Every retail expert said the same thing. Nobody beats Walmart on price. It's impossible. Then a German discount chain walked into America, broke every rule Walmart wrote, and started winning customers Walmart didn't even know it was losing. Here's what changed. Walmart built its entire empire on one promise. Nobody beats their prices. For decades, that was true. Then Aldi showed up and made Walmart look expensive. Yeah, expensive. The same Walmart where you buy socks next to sandwich bread. Here's the brutal truth. Aldi's prices run 15 to 30% cheaper than Walmart on comparable grocery items. Not on some things, on most things. We're talking milk, eggs, bread, cheese, the stuff you actually buy every week. Walmart does their little rollback specials, slaps yellow tags everywhere, and Aldi still wins. How? Well, it starts with what they don't sell. Walmart crams around 120,000 products into each store. Aldi stocks roughly 1,400. That's not a typo. Walmart has nearly 100 times more stuff, and every single product costs money to order, ship, shelve, track, and eventually mark down when it doesn't sell. Aldi just doesn't play that game. But here's where it gets clever. Walk into Aldi, and you'll notice products sitting in their original cardboard shipping boxes. Looks a little rough, sure. My mother-in-law thought they were still unpacking. Nope. That's the system. No fancy shelf arrangements. No employees spending hours making everything look pretty. Just boxes, cut open, done. Then there's the shopping cart thing. You need a quarter to unlock one. Sounds annoying until you realize Aldi doesn't pay a single employee to wrangle carts from the parking lot. You want your quarter back? Return the cart yourself. Genius. And the private labels? Over 90% of Aldi's inventory is their own brand. No middlemen. No paying Kraft or General Mills for the privilege of selling their stuff. They make it. They sell it. They keep the savings. When inflation hit hard in 2022, budget shoppers noticed. They fled Walmart like it was a sinking ship. Aldi gained market share while Walmart's grocery growth basically flatlined. Makes sense, right? When money gets tight, people count pennies. But cheaper prices only matter if customers actually enjoy shopping there. And that's where Aldi's store design changes everything. Now here's where things get really interesting. Aldi stores average around 12,000 square feet. Walmart supercenters? 180,000. That's 15 times bigger. And you'd think bigger means better, right? Wrong. Bigger means more rent, more electricity, more employees wandering around looking busy, more floor to mop at 2 in the morning. I timed myself once. 22 minutes in Aldi. Milk, bread, eggs, some vegetables, checkout, done. Last week at Walmart, 47 minutes. And I forgot the eggs because I got distracted by a display of pool noodles. In November, Aldi runs each shift with 4 or 5 employees. That's it. Walmart needs 30 to 40 people just to keep the lights on and point confused shoppers toward the bathroom. Fewer employees doesn't mean worse service either. It means everyone actually knows what they're doing. But here's what nobody talks about. Older shoppers with bad knees or hip problems, they're exhausted after hiking through Walmart's warehouse maze. My aunt calls it retail cardio she never signed up for. Aldi feels like a quick errand. Walmart feels like training for a marathon you didn't enter. The cost difference to build these stores is wild. Aldi opens a new location for roughly $2 million. A Walmart supercenter costs around $20 million, 10 times more expensive. That means Aldi can open 10 stores in the time Walmart debates where to put one. And the really clever part? Aldi's smaller footprint lets them squeeze into suburban neighborhoods and small towns where a massive Walmart simply won't fit. That empty lot near the pharmacy? Perfect for Aldi. Too small for Walmart. That old grocery store that closed down? Aldi moves right in. They're setting up shop 5 miles from Walmart locations on purpose, like opening a taco stand next to someone selling tacos for twice the price. Makes sense, right? But smaller stores and lower prices only matter if the food is actually worth eating. And this is where Aldi shocked everyone. Here's the thing nobody expected. Aldi's food actually tastes good. I know. For years, people assumed cheap meant garbage quality. My own mother refused to shop there until 2019 because she thought discount groceries meant mystery meat and sad vegetables. She was wrong. Very wrong. Consumer Reports ran blind taste tests comparing Aldi's Simply Nature organic line against Whole Foods equivalents. Aldi won, not by a little, decisively. Testers preferred the cheaper option without even knowing what brand they were eating. But why does budget food taste better than fancy food? German engineering. And no, I'm not joking. Every private label product Aldi sells undergoes rigorous testing at their German headquarters before reaching American shelves. These people built cars that last 300,000 miles. You think they're going to slap their name on a bad jar of marinara sauce? Then there's the artificial ingredient situation. Aldi removed synthetic colors and MSG from their products years before Walmart even announced similar plans. While Walmart was still debating, Aldi had already finished. Your grandkids were eating cleaner food from the discount store than the premium one. Now, I'll be honest, Aldi's produce used to be rough. Around 2015, customers complained loudly about wilted lettuce and bruised apples. Fair criticism. The company responded by overhauling their entire fresh supply chain. Today, their produce rivals most traditional grocers, and the wine situation is almost ridiculous. Aldi's Winking Owl brand costs under $8 and developed an actual cult following. Wine snobs who spend $60 per bottle quietly admit the cheap stuff holds its own. My father-in-law discovered this and hasn't bought expensive wine since. His sommelier friends are horrified. The German mentality extends everywhere. If a supplier batch fails quality standards, Aldi rejects it completely. No negotiating discounts. No selling it anyway. Gone. Quality this good at prices this low sounds impossible. Makes you wonder how they pull off the logistics behind everything. Well, their checkout system might be even more impressive than their food. Here's something that sounds small, but changes everything. Barcodes. Aldi puts barcodes on multiple sides of every product. Top, bottom, front, back. Their cashiers don't hunt for that tiny stripe like they're searching for buried treasure. They just swipe. Done. Next item. The result? Aldi cashiers scan items nearly 3 times faster than Walmart cashiers. 3 times. That's not a slight improvement. That's a completely different sport. And here's what makes it even better. Aldi cashiers sit down. Actual ergonomic chairs. Now, some people hear that and think, lazy. But think about it differently. A cashier standing for 8 hours gets tired. Their back hurts. They slow down. An Aldi cashier sits comfortably and maintains that lightning speed all shift long. It's German efficiency applied to something as mundane as grocery checkout. Meanwhile, Walmart went a different direction. Self-checkout. They installed 10,000 machines across their stores. Sounds smart until you realize the chaos it created. Ever watched someone in their 70s try to scan a produce bag with no barcode? The machine starts screaming about unexpected items. A light flashes. Everyone stares. The poor customer just wanted bananas. But the real kicker? Theft. Walmart's self-checkout losses have cost them billions. Billions with a B. Turns out, when you remove human cashiers, some folks suddenly forget to scan that case of steaks at the bottom of their cart. Shocking, right? Aldi skipped this entire mess. Human cashiers. Fast scanning. Simple system. Now, The bagging situation trips up newcomers. At Aldi, the cashier drops your scanned items into a cart. No bags at the register. You take your stuff to a counter along the wall and bag it yourself. Seems weird the first time, but it keeps lines moving constantly. Average checkout time at Aldi runs under 4 minutes. Walmart during busy periods? 8 to 12 minutes minimum. Those extra minutes add up. Nobody wants to spend their Saturday afternoon waiting behind someone price-checking canned corn. But speed means nothing if the workers hate their jobs. And what Aldi does with employee pay might surprise you. Here's something Walmart doesn't want you thinking about. Aldi pays their starting workers $15 to $19 an hour. Walmart, around $14. That might not sound like a huge gap, but when you're living paycheck to paycheck, those extra dollars matter. A lot. And better pay does something magical. It attracts people who actually want to work. Now here's where it gets interesting. Walk into an Aldi and ask any employee where the peanut butter is. They know. Ask them to hop on register because lines are building. They can do that too. Every single Aldi worker learns every single job in the store. Stocking shelves, running checkout, handling deliveries, all of it. Walmart? Good luck. Their department system keeps people locked in boxes. The guy in electronics has no clue what's happening in produce. It's like asking your plumber to fix your roof. Different universe. But the turnover numbers tell the real story. Aldi keeps their employees longer. Way longer. Which means customers get help from people who've actually been there more than 2 weeks. My local Walmart has a revolving door of new faces. I've explained where the bathroom is to employees. That's backwards. Then there's the scheduling nightmare. Walmart uses algorithms to create schedules. Sounds efficient, right? Workers hate it. 1 week you're opening at 6 a.m. Next week you're closing at midnight. Try planning your life around that chaos. Aldi offers more predictable hours. Revolutionary concept, apparently. And get this. Aldi runs a store with about 100 employees. Walmart needs 300 plus. Fewer people means managers actually know everyone's name. Accountability becomes real instead of theoretical. Former Walmart workers who jumped ship to Aldi say something surprising. Despite the faster pace, they're less burned out. The work is harder, but cleaner. No wandering a football field-sized store looking busy. Just actual work. Makes sense, right? Happy employees create happy customers. But Aldi figured out something else that keeps people coming back week after week. Something Walmart has desperately tried to copy. Here's the thing about grocery shopping. It's boring. You grab milk, bread, eggs, and leave. Same stuff every week. Nothing exciting ever happens in a grocery store. Unless you shop at Aldi. They created something called Aldi Finds, a rotating section of random products that changes every week. Officially, it's called the Center Aisle. But customers gave it a better name. The Aisle of Shame. Why shame? Because you walk in for bananas and walk out with a fire pit, 3 throw pillows, and an inflatable kayak. It just happens. My neighbor went for yogurt last month. Came back with a pressure washer. He doesn't even have a deck. This section generates serious buzz. Facebook groups dedicated to Aldi Finds have over 2 million members. 2 million people sharing photos of skillets and seasonal decorations. That's more engagement than some celebrities get. And the products actually sell out. Fast. Those cast iron skillets? Gone in 2 days. Patio furniture sets? People line up before opening. Limited quantities create genuine urgency that modern retail forgot about. Now here's the clever business part. These special items carry much higher profit margins than groceries. So while Aldi loses money selling you cheap bread, They make it back when you grab that adorable garden gnome you definitely didn't need. Walmart tried copying this strategy. They set up top deals sections throughout their stores. But it flopped. When you have 120,000 products already, nothing feels special or scarce. Finding a deal at Walmart is like finding hay in a haystack. Not exactly thrilling. Older shoppers particularly love this treasure hunt approach. It reminds them of flipping through newspaper circulars on Sunday mornings. That anticipation of discovering something unexpected. Aldi brings that feeling back every single week. The aisle of shame also solves a huge problem for grocery stores: repeat visits. People return frequently just to see what's new. Not for milk, for mystery. But creating excitement only matters if customers can actually reach your stores. And what Aldi's doing with their expansion strategy? Walmart should be terrified. Here's where Walmart's real nightmare begins. Aldi isn't just competing, they're invading. The company plans to hit 2,400 U.S. stores by 2025. That makes them the fastest-growing grocery chain in America. Not Whole Foods, not Trader Joe's, Aldi. And they're not slowing down for anybody. In 2023, Aldi pulled off something massive. They bought over 400 Winn-Dixie and Harvey's stores in one deal. Boom! Instant southern expansion. These were markets where Walmart basically owned the grocery game for decades. Not anymore. The investment numbers tell the real story. Aldi is pouring $9 billion into U.S. expansion. Meanwhile, Walmart closes underperforming locations and shrinks square footage. It's like watching one boxer come out swinging while the other backs into the corner. But here's the part that should terrify Walmart executives. Aldi specifically targets suburban areas within 5 miles of existing Walmart stores. That's not coincidence. That's strategy. They're setting up shop right next door to steal price-conscious customers. My neighbor started shopping at the new Aldi 3 blocks from Walmart. Said she hasn't been back in 8 months. Makes sense, right? Small-town America used to have 0 options. You shopped at Walmart, or you drove 45 minutes to the next town. Those days are ending fast. Aldi squeezes into spaces where massive supercenters won't fit, bringing real competition to forgotten markets. And the weird part is, Walmart can't really fight back. Opening a new supercenter costs $20 million. Aldi opens a store for $2 million. They can put up 10 locations for every one Walmart builds. That math doesn't work in Walmart's favor, no matter how you calculate it. Industry analysts now predict Aldi will become America's 3rd largest grocer by 2027. They'll pass Costco, pass Kroger. The only chains ahead will be Walmart and Amazon-owned Whole Foods. For a German company that barely anyone knew 20 years ago, that's remarkable. But Aldi's expansion is only half the story. What they've built might actually be impossible for Walmart to copy.